A North Texas professor who has traveled the world teaching about addiction helped write a new book about alcohol addiction.
So the book is aimed at families and written from a non-clinical perspective. Fox 4's Shaun Rabb speaks with that professor in this week's Here and Now.
Having a conversation with Dr. Lavelle Hendricks. Dr. Hendricks is a director of counseling. Is that right, sir?
Department head of counseling and professor
at Texas A&M University Commerce, and you've written a new book about alcohol and addictions, but it's written for children and families. Am I right?
That is correct, Shaun. One of my colleagues, Dr. Demetria Smith, who is the department head in higher education, she and I got together to write this because she has small kids, and she was noting some behavioral issues with some of her son's friends in the classroom. So we kind of collaborated together, and we decided to write the book.
What is the title of the book?
The title of the book is Stan the Can Has No Magic. It tells the story about a 9-year-old who has done exceptionally well in school, who is a social butterfly, and his idol, his role model, of course, is his dad. And his dad begins to consume alcoholic beverages. And as a result of that, Shaun, now Sammy, the character in the book, his grades begins to suffer. Then also he begins to get out of a lot of activities in the school. But the focus of the book is to talk about the acknowledgement and the awareness of alcohol use, to know that therapy is readily available to assist those who are ready to change, and to always know that recovery is possible. We always teach here at the university, you have alcohol and drug use. That's when someone uses things on a regular basis. Then we have abuse, where everybody recognizes that there's a problem but the individual. And then, of course, we move to that third stage, which is called dependency and or addiction, where the individual has to have it to get up, have to have it to stay up, and will have to have it before they go to bed. But we teach that through our 12-step model also, again, that recovery is possible, and it all depends upon the readiness of the client for change.
And through the lens that the book is written, it is designed not only to help parents or folks struggling see their issues, but children, families, right?
That is correct. We know that as early as 6 and 7 years of age, research shows that students or children, for that matter, are aware of what's going on in the home life. And I wanted parents to understand, or guardians for that matter, to know that the impact of consuming alcohol in the presence of children can have a profound impact on them, not only in the classroom, but also in their social activities with their friends.
And you, sir, have spent an enormous amount of time studying and writing and teaching about addiction across the country, but also outside of the United States.
Well, Shaun, I've been very fortunate to travel around the world talking about the ill effects of alcohol and drug use. And of course, my teaching here at Texas A&M University Commerce in the field of mental health, but with a focus on alcohol and drugs.
All right, Dr. Lavelle Hendricks, thank you for the work that you're doing in this space and in teaching young minds about psychology, mental health, and addictions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shaun.
All right, thank you both. If you're interested in getting the book, the educational and entertaining Stan the Can Has No Magic is available through Amazon.